Well, I think it's finally time for me to actually understand what BTS were trying to say with their music video for On, and time to delve into the theories that we're gonna explore with this video by DKDKTV. I just absolutely love this channel. So it's On, explained by a Korean. I'm super ready and super excited. Once again, I love their videos. So let's jump in now, but before we do it, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and if you want to see my exclusive reactions to BTS Run episodes and BTS Bon Voyage, make sure to check out my Patreon, the link is down below. BTS On, explained.
BTS is back with what
Should I call it a music video? It's a music movie. It's not just a video.
The second and the final entry to the Map of the Soul series. The title song On has an epic music video that's packed with all sorts of references.
Right.
But before we go on to the MV,
I dig his glasses. Yeah.
Decipher the lyrics first.
Pretty stylish.
And just a quick reminder, I have explained the basic concepts of the Jungian psychology many times in previous videos. So I suggest you go watch these videos in the pinned comments before you watch this if you're unfamiliar with such concepts.
I've seen those, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna have to mute the music, unfortunately, because it gets copyrighted.
Right off the bat, Jimin talks
Maybe.
about his troubles. His having trouble finding out who to listen to. And as he takes steps forward, his shadows become bigger. As you may remember, shadows are repressed, less desired elements of one's personality. The more he listens to others, the more of himself he has to repress. And the bigger his shadow gets. Here, RM talks about his troubling thoughts and how he's not fully comprehending whether it is him that is having these troubling thoughts or the shadow. In reality, it is both, as the shadow is a part of him, and the shadow is not the only one shaking. It is him too. He realizes this in the next line. RM shows his vulnerability by admitting that his troubled state has made him fearful and not okay. However, he has come to a realization that he must accept the shadows. In this beautiful line, he calls shadows the black wind.
Yes.
A very imaginative metaphor.
I remember I noticed this too.
A shadow that really captures how his shadows are shaking in trouble, as he is as well. He says that he will fly with the black wind, the shadows, meaning he will embrace it and become a better person with it. Now, encountering and embracing the shadow is a key step in the process of individuation.
Individuation, that's what it's called.
In Jungian psychology is where the unconscious parts of the psyche, such as the shadow, are brought into conscious. And thus developing personality and making the person distinct and unique. Jung believed that through individuation, one could achieve mental and physical health and become just a better human being overall. You could say that the entire Map of the Soul series is about BTS's process and journey to individuation. And here, on this verse, it is where they finally come to embrace their shadows and bring them to the conscious.
Gotta go insane just to see. Both worlds. So does that mean conscious and unconscious? We'll find out.
In the pre-chorus, BTS has fully committed to the individuation process. They see that they must throw themselves into two worlds, the two worlds being the unconscious and the conscious parts of the psyche. They must see both sides in order to be truly whole, truly develop their character. Also, we need to talk about this interesting line. 미치지 않으려면 미쳐야 해. I think this line refers to how sometimes what people consider sane is insane if you think about it, and vice versa. BTS, who have figured out their path to individuation, they have decided to go deeper into the shadows, into the repressed elements of their mind, their pain, which to a normal human being may seem like it's going against their intuition and instincts. No sane person deliberately tries to delve deeper into their pain. However, if you really think about it, maybe more people are insane than sane, as they are never really truly grounded to their true self, or even know what the true self is. So in the sense, delving deeper into your pain to find out more about yourself and to grow is actually the sane thing to do, while others who do not go such depths and decide to live the way the life is handed to them are, in fact, insane. Hence, you need to be insane to be sane in this world.
Yeah.
The process of individuation can be painful. Our minds want to dwell on security and stability. However, for individuation to take place, for our minds to grow, we need to fight our urges to stay in our comfort zone. We need to take risks getting into the unconscious. This can mean doing something that you have never done before, or something that others just don't do. Individuation is a journey of conflict. There is no birth of consciousness without pain, said Carl Jung. BTS understands this and is braced and ready to take on that pain. Here, J-Hope is in full Wiseman mode. He knows, as he stated in his previous lines, that acknowledging their shadows are going to be helping them grow as a person. Furthermore, he's not afraid to take on the pain of confronting the shadows, a contrast to what RM was saying in the first verse of the song when he was a little bit confused. He knows the process and how this will help him become a better person. So he accepts it and he actively asks for more pain, as it'll only callous them and make them stronger. Just from the lyrics, the song is about growth and full acceptance of one's shadows in order to become a better person. I really like how the song has an element of progression to it, how it starts from being confused and fearful about one's shadows to accepting it and asking for more pain so that they can grow. It really is a nice way to end the Map of the Soul saga. The music video is in similar vein. I know there's a lot of different takes on the music video, but I'll try to keep my theory connected to the themes of the individuation process and its development of one's wholeness as a person through confronting the shadow and unconscious. In the beginning, we see a battlefield that has many lying dead, with Jin picking up a dove that has been shot down by an arrow. I think the battlefield represents the battles inside the psyche, not that of the actual outside world, as the song and the entire series is about going inside your mind. In fact, I'm going to go out of my way to say that the entire setting of the music video is within the psyche. The dead dove represents peace, as it does in many different cultures, more specifically the Bible here, as this MV heavily references from the Bible. The dove has been shot down because BTS is going through sort of a war inside their minds. They are confused and doubtful, as the beginning of the lyrics suggest, and peace is no more in their psyches. Here in the next shot, Jungkook is running away from some structure that looks like tall walls. He has thorns on his hands, like handcuffs. In a recent video, he actually stated that he is running away because he got kicked out after the people of that walled castle have discovered his special ability. I think this is a reference to the Garden of Eden and how Adam and Eve ate the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil and was banished from Eden. And here, Jungkook represents Adam. This is essentially a metaphor for no longer being in an innocent, infant-like state, as Adam and Eve were prior to eating the fruit. It is essentially Jungkook being thrown out into the world, out from the protection of God or the walls of Eden or the castle here, and being forced to face turmoils of the world. As I've said in the lyric breakdown, such hardship and pain is essential in the process of individuation. In Jimin's shot, he is with a drummer boy, which many armies have been speculating it represents war, as they have been extensively used in wars to signal between soldiers. I personally found this part the most confusing, as the MV seems to be full of Bible references, but I could not find anything regarding drummer boys in the Bible. Going with the army's theory that the boy represents war, I think Jimin is preparing for another fight, an inner fight in his psyche in order to come to accept his shadow. V starts his appearance in what seems to be resembling Jesus on a cross. He also has a blindfolded girl next to him, which in the
Let's take a look at this. That's true. That's wow, guys! I didn't notice it when I was watching the video.
V starts his appearance in what seems to be resembling Jesus on a cross. He also has a blindfolded girl next to him, which in the Bangtan TV sketch video he calls Lena. Lena derives from the biblical name Magdalene. Mary Magdalene from the Bible is a devout follower of Jesus Christ. She was present at the cross when Jesus was dying and also was the first to see Jesus after his resurrection. I think in this scene, V represents the hope that's yet to be realized, as he is still laying on the ground in a crucified-like posture. And Lena is blindfolded. The devout follower of him has yet to see him become alive in the metaphorical sense. This reflects rather confused and doubtful state of the first lines of the verse. RM's shot is an obvious reference to Noah's Ark. Judging from the state of the ship, the Great Flood seems to have already passed here. I think the Great Flood represents a great turmoil in the psyche, like confronting the shadow and identifying your ego and self from the persona. RM has already asked these questions in the persona intro. Perhaps this is why he has already passed the Great Flood in this scene. In the Bible, after the flood, Noah meets a new world, and so will RM and BTS after the process of individuation is over. They will come to a new world, a new actualized self. In this scene, Jin brings back the dead dove to his room. The room is full of empty cages, likely the other doves that have been there but have died. This shows that there is no more peace in the world, in the psyche. Then something magical happens. The dead dove seems to come alive as its cage starts moving. Perhaps BTS wanted to show that it's only when you lose all peace in your mind and really confront your shadows that you can really truly gain the true inner peace. Now in the next scene, Jungkook passes out and is in a field with J-Hope. I think this scene represents the psychic death. This is where one's psyche shifts back to the existential position of the natural self. Jung believed that the fundamental transformation of the psyche would have radical improvements on one's quality of life. Essentially, psychic death is thinking you know everything and then going to realize that you know nothing. Only when you reach that state can you have a fundamental transformation of your psyche. During the psychic death, the self remains intact. This is because the self is deeper in the psyche than the ego and much less personal. It's rather archetypical. J-Hope seems to represent the self that remains from Jungkook's psychic death. Then in the next scene, we have Suga in the midst of some ritual. Now, one YouTuber named Bookish Theory suggested that this represents alchemy, as it has the 4 colors that represent each stages of alchemy. Jung used alchemy as a symbolic representation of individuation, so it does seem to make sense that this would be in the music video. And what happens after this scene supports
that's right. Yellow, black, white, and red.
Music video. And what happens after this scene supports this interpretation. The drummer boy starts playing drums, doors to the wall open, V rids Lena of her blindfolds, allowing her to see hope and a new land behind the walls. All signals for hope and a brighter future. Everyone gathers around the open door trying to walk into the new land of hope. Jungkook goes into a pond, which somewhat resembles a baptism, essentially another metaphor for ego death and psychic death. He trades his thorns for a cone shell. When he blows on the shell, I think this scene represents how he has become enlightened, knows that now he can and he must take on the shadows, as him doing so turns the skies dark,
Right,
cloudy,
right. And
he's
then
now confronting the shadows. We now have the
Okay.
dance break. I think this can be interpreted as the confrontation and the acceptance of one's shadow. It ends with everything being engulfed in a fireball and a shot of the new land growing abundant with new trees
and the huge
life.
rock
All
from the
people
Lion
go
King.
on to the new land and on top of the Simba rock.
Yeah.
BTS has
Simba
completed
rock.
their process of individuation, and now they have become and grown into a better human being.
Wow. Seven doves, right? Let me count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 and 3. Yes, that's right. Seven.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah,
It did
thank
take
you,
me a
thank
very
you.
long time to decipher this music video, and honestly, with so many references, I don't think I'm 100% correct. In fact, I have a lot of doubts on myself as well. So if you could suggest some better theories or some other ideas regarding my interpretations, that would be awesome. Put them down in the comments below. And also, this video will probably not be monetized because, well, Big Hit will claim the copyright, rightfully so, because we use their music. So if you could support us via Patreon and patreon.com/DKDKTV, your little help goes a very long way in supporting us in making these kind of videos, especially the Explain series. So please be sure to visit patreon.com/DKDKTV, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. And Dave is gonna explain. Ooh.
Okay, excited for that too. Okay, so this really makes me want to learn about psychology because, and how to start this process of individuation. I think I'm gonna read some books on that because it sounds so exciting, right? At one point you think, oh yeah, I know how this whole thing works, I know myself, and then you know nothing. You realize that you know nothing. And again, the fact that you become a better human being, because you finally understand your conscious and unconscious. It's just, yeah, it's pretty incredible. I really want to learn about that. So hopefully BTS also inspired you to learn about yourself and go through the process of individuation, because they certainly inspired me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to DKDKTV for creating this video and explaining on. And if you enjoyed my video, then don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and of course click that bell. I'll see you all Aaronators in my next one. Stay tuned because I'm gonna be taking out the explanation for uk. I think it's called uk in Korean, which means angry, something like that. Yeah, as always, take care, keep listening to great music, and keep learning about yourself and understanding yourself better, and love.